niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right. Welcome. You know who it is, baby. Mr. Steal Your Beat. The Pod God. White Perp, baby. White Perp. I'm sick, baby. I don't know if it's the flu. I don't know if it's a little bit of rabies. But here we are, baby girl. Here we are. We got a special episode today. We got a real special episode going on today, ladies and gentlemen. So, look, here's who we got in here. First of all, we got a guest in the motherfucking building. Give it up for BigMoney. BigMoney, say hello.
What's up?
There he is. You heard it here. He's our in-house producer today. So y'all show him some love, Perp Army. My purple people. And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know the vibes going on in here. Oh, I feel like hell. Now, we got a special episode for you today because it's my interview I do with a man. I guess you could call him a man. He's more like somewhat of a mogul. He's somewhat of a gamer. He's a businessman. He needs no introduction, truly. The one and only SloJo. We got the SloJo interview going on today. And really, we just vibing in here, man. We got the candle lit in the studio. We got BigMoney over here, booling, chilling with it. He's just chuckling now. But first, actually, SloJo, actually, BigMoney, you make this decision here. You want to do album reviews before or after we do our interview with SloJo?
You do after.
We'll do it after then. BigMoney speaks. I listen. Now, this is going to be a two-parter. Like I said, I'm going to try to pump out some episodes, get all caught up with the music I missed on my hiatus. But we are back with it, so I'm giving you hella album reviews. And we just going hard with it. You know what I mean? Because, really, shit. No one can do it like I do it. So when I do it, I do it. I don't need to say anything else, man. Y'all know what it is. This is part one of the interview I did with SloJo.
Niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Starting to get a buzz.
All right, here we are coming in with you live at the Cassie's residence.
Yo.
We got SloJo in the house, baby. Say what's up. Say what's up, baby.
First of all, my name's not SloJo.
We got SloJo in the house.
Second of all,
we're coming at you live. We're gonna ask the hard-hitting questions.
This is my house.
It's Wyatt Perp. I'm your host. Here we go. Trump's impeachment. Give me your thoughts.
All right. First of all, house along party lines.
I don't know what it means. Break it down for me. Here's what I know. I heard he's impeached, but he's still president.
So,
I know.
Technically speaking, the president can be impeached by the House. So, the House voted yesterday, and they voted pretty much among party lines. I think 2 Democrats voted Republican. So, we got every single Republican and 2 Democrats. So, it moves on to the Senate. For him to be tried.
Wait.
So technically, our president has been impeached, period.
Okay, pause. So, the House of Representatives.
Correct, yes, the House. Sorry.
What is that?
The House of Representatives? It's one of the 3 legs of our legislative, or one of our branches of the U.S. government. So we have the House,
and so there's Democrats and Republicans.
Yes, we have 2 sides,
and all of the Democrats,
and independent,
all the Democrats except 2 voted for him to leave.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Okay. So correct. That's like most of the House, right?
So the House ruled for him to be impeached. Yes, That's how he got impeached.
Okay, so the House is like people, and most of them said he should be impeached. Said the majority won.
Yes, because we elected more Democrat representatives.
House of Representatives.
No.
What do you mean?
Yes, it's
That is the House of Representatives.
Yes.
I'll edit that out.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right. So the vote goes on to the Senate.
That's the Senate.
So, yes, the second leg. So it's different between the House...
Wait, let me break this down. Why is he going down to the Senate? Shouldn't he be impeached?
He is impeached.
Okay.
But he is still our current standing president.
Okay.
That's how it works. He's our third. He's the third president of the United States of America to be impeached. Both have gone to the Senate and been removed from office.
By the Senate?
Yes.
Okay.
So they hold the power to remove the current standing president.
The Senate does.
Correct.
I am the Senate.
And for that to happen...
Who is that?
Darth Vader, I don't know. Yoda.
Darth Sidious.
Darth Hillary.
I'm editing that.
So the Senate has to vote 2/3 in the Democratic favor for him to be removed from office.
Okay.
So technically speaking, the 45th president, Donald Trump, has been impeached, but he's still the current standing president.
Until what?
Until the Senate votes, which I think is in a week. So as of now...
Predictions.
Oh, he's not going to get removed from office. No way.
How come?
Because the Senate's not going to pass by at least 66%.
How come?
Because if you were to use a trend line and data analysis based on historical means, it's not going to happen.
So you think in a week's time?
Our current standing president will still be the president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
Praise God.
Amen.
So here's something you might not know about.
What's that?
What do you know about Klan?
Come in.
What do you know about janitorial?
I know about the little disinfectant, little glass.
Give me the 5-step process.
Lock the fucking...
Gotta edit that. 6ix9ine. Have you heard what's going on with him?
It's a great position.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
Yo, the rapper, he's locked up.
You know for how long? Have you heard the news story?
Yeah, he snitched.
Okay.
Hey, you know what they say?
Have you heard about it?
Snitches get stitches. You're fucking disgusting.
The children call him SnitchNine.
According to what? Your poll in the
6th grade.
Yes.
Yes. They call him SnitchNine. Now,
protecting your identity.
have you heard about his recent sentence?
I have not. Little pot.
Mm-hmm.
What? Little gun.
Here's what happened.
The weed.
So he, I don't want to say he snitched,
But he did.
but he was there. He was their most reliable and most consistent source of information in the case against the Treyway Bloods.
Okay, yeah, I heard that on Snapchat stories too.
Now, he's still been sentenced to 2 years, 24 months.
2 years. All right. So what was his charge? What were his charges?
Racketeering.
Okay. So it's a federal offense.
Yeah, and I believe money laundering.
All right. So those are both federal offenses.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, if you get charged with a federal offense, it should be a minimum of 5 years
Right.
per charge.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not great at math, but what are we looking at?
That should be 10 years.
All right. And what is he facing?
2 years.
So what's the difference?
What do you mean?
What's the difference in those two sums? 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So 10 minus 8 equals 2.
Luckily,
Equals fucking snitch.
he's also getting time served. So only 11 months.
So
Thank
they
goodness.
paid off the judge as well. I mean, can't blame him.
He's a good kid.
Why would you want to sit in prison if you have the money and the resources? Why would you want to do anything else? Like,
Here's
I'm
what I
not
say.
saying-
Here's what I say. Are you okay? Actually,
But
I
he
have a
did
question.
snitch. Yes.
Actually, I have a question. Are you for or against rapper 6ix9ine? Or indifferent?
I'll plead the fifth.
Are you for or against rapper 6ix9ine? You know, I'm the pod god.
He makes. Okay, are we judging him as a character or as music?
Artist, person. Here's another question. Would you let him meet your parents? Would you befriend him?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go with this. Let's go with this first. Artist, artistry. As far as just the music goes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I appreciate his music. I'm a pretty open guy.
So
in
a yes
most
to the
regards.
music. A 1 out of 4. Antics. Instagram. Instagram, social media.
Indifferent. I don't know. I've never looked him up.
We'll say it's a 0. So a 2 out of 4. Or a
No, you can't mean that.
God damn it.
That's
Fucking
right.
text message.
Yo, I turned my shit off. This is your podcast.
I apologize.
No, you don't. You don't give a shit. You're not sorry. Are you really sorry?
Fuck what we're talking about, dude.
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine. Dude, free him. That's what I say. I say free him.
I mean,
Here's what I say, okay? Here's the whole situation. So they're calling him Snitch 9, calling him all this stuff, right?
yeah. You know why? You know why this has been popularized?
Why is that?
Just based on social media and incredible sources.
Sure. Here's what I say, okay? Now, if for whatever reason these this gang, the Treyway Bloods, right?
Mm-hmm. Is that a reputable gang? I'm not.
I don't know.
I've not learned up on my
From
gang.
from what I
affiliation.
understood, New York doesn't gang bang with colors like Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, I know.
But
But I've definitely heard Treyway in some songs.
right. So, for whatever reason, they are now his enemies, right? Like, right before he went to jail, he denounced the gang.
Bad move.
All that
As a
stuff.
gang member myself.
Right.
Bad move.
Of course. For you, it's a bad move. For 6ix9ine, not so much. Right? So he
I don't know.
he denounced them, then he went to jail. Now, if these guys were truly his enemies, who cares if he snitched on him? He snitched on the enemy. That's what I say.
Yo, but you know the thing about criminal activity, right?
What's that?
Exactly.
Oh, you're saying I don't know about criminal activity. Wyatt Perp didn't know about criminal activity. What if I told you?
You know what I would say to that?
What's that?
I plead the fifth.
I'm adding that. Okay.
You better edit that.
Uh,
One cut. Quit checking your phone. Jesus.
okay, it's gonna buzz if it rings there.
Okay, guys.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're in the gaming hemisphere. And you got a VIP pass to E3 this year. What'd you see? Tell me what's
Dude, there was
coming
a
out.
lot of big tits.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. There was a lot of.
Need a fucking beer.
Oh, you got me one. I'm gonna actually give me two. There were a lot of painted titties. There was a lot of role playing. There was a lot of Overwatch.
What's Overwatch?
It's a video game.
Okay.
A lot of hentai.
At E3, at the video game convention E3.
Where else would it be?
Pornography hub.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions about myself.
Okay, bet. Hold on, let me get it to. I mean, my middle name's not. Right.
Dude, this is gonna be a very heavily edited episode. Editing that. Oh fuck. Let me take this all that is out. Damn it, dude, my fucking phone's broken.
Yo, this is Joe.
I'll decline it and call her fucking back.
So that's what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
I was like, this fucker declined my call.
Yes.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
First of all, I hope you enjoyed that little clip, that little interview, that little part one. I know it got steamy. I know there were some things said. I know it got controversial. You know, I know some people are mad, some people are happy, some people are sad. Some people don't know what to think right now, man. But you know, when Wyatt Perk is in the studio with a guest, shit, you know, I mean, you'll slap your mama listening to that. You know, those conversations, that's the type of shit start war, start divorce, all that little shit. So really, it is what it is. That was part one. Part two is coming to you very soon with more album interviews. But today, I got you some interviews right here in the palm of my hand. How many interviews we got today? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 reviews. 23 album reviews. Guys, I'm the GOAT, okay? I'm the GOAT, okay? I take this seriously. This is what we do, okay? Don't hate. Alright, let's get started.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Let's get started. Album review number 1, we got Fredo Bang, Pain Made Me Numb. Here's what I thought, okay? Started to get repetitive. That's all I can say. I enjoyed some of it. I didn't enjoy some of it. You know, it was okay. You know, I think Fredo Bang is talented. Like I said, y'all know how I feel about the auto-tune. I like Lil Durk with auto-tune. I like Future with auto-tune. I don't think anybody else needs it. Now, Pain Made Me Numb had a lot of auto-tune. I don't really like all that. But Fredo Bang, he's okay. He made it work. But overall, you know, it was pretty average to me. I give it a 5 out of 10.
Niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Next, we got 03 Greedo and Kenny Beats, Netflix and Deal. Okay, here's what I thought. Right, I came into this. I put on my headphones. I was cleaning. I was listening to this little album, and you know, I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. I've never really heard 03 Greedo's music, so you know, when I listened to this project, I was kind of digging what I was hearing. What do you think, Big Money?
I think he's a little overrated.
Okay, that's enough out of you. Listen, you know, 03 Greedo's locked up, and so I was just really impressed, though, man, with the Kenny Beats. Really dropped some good production on this. 03 Greedo, very versatile artist. Really liked what he did on this. So free 03 Greedo, I suppose. I give this one a 7 out of 10, man.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Queen and Slim soundtrack. I'm not gonna stay on this one very long, man. Look, if it's on Hot New Hip Hop, I'll look at it. That's my deal. Okay. So Queen and Slim soundtrack. I thought, you know, I looked at it. I saw a bunch of guests, or I saw a bunch of artists I knew. I figured, oh, what the hell? You know, I'll give it a listen. Yo, don't listen to it. Trash. Whole thing is trash, bro. Okay, there's a Lil Baby song. It's okay. That Lil Baby song is the only reason this even gets a point, where I would give it a 0. The Queen and Slim soundtrack, that deserves a 1 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Blac Youngsta, Church on Sunday. Look, I kind of dug this one. I've never really listened to any of Blac Youngsta's music. I know who he is. I know about his antics. I know about his behavior on the social sites. You know, so I know who Blac Youngsta is. You know, and I listened to this. I wasn't going in expecting a lot of quality. Okay, but I was pleasantly surprised by some quality. All the beats on here were pretty fire. You know, he had a few bars though. You know, nothing too crazy. He had a few bars, but what I really liked, it was funny. He says he has a little catchphrase. You know his catchphrase, BigMoney?
What is it?
Whore. That's the little catchphrase he has. And I laughed a few times because he said that on the track. And I dig that, you know. I dig it. So, with that being said, look. The bars weren't there. But entertained me. For that reason, I give it a 6 out of 10. That's Blac Youngsta, Church on Sunday.
He also said he can't read because he's kind of slow.
He did say that. I laughed at that too. That's the entertainment value. Blac Youngsta, Church on Sunday, 6 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right. Cassie Veggies, Organic Deluxe. Look, I don't really have much to say, man. For some reason, I thought Cassie Veggies was like a, what do they call those kind of rappers, like Kendrick Lamar and stuff?
Trash?
No. Conscious rappers. I thought he was a conscious rapper, but really, he doesn't really rap about anything. You know, I came into this expecting, you know, a lot of good stuff. Also, something I hate, he used auto-tune. Now, I'm pretty sure this dude started making music before auto-tune was even a thing. So, it just wasn't adding up for me, man. You know, it just wasn't adding up for me. I will say some of the production was good. Some songs were decent. But the replay value definitely was not there. And it didn't really do it for me. There was a few good features. You know, it was okay. But overall, I don't think so. Not for me, at least. Young White Perk gives Cassie Veggies Organic a 4 out of 10. Cassie Veggies Organic Deluxe a 4 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Alrighty. Next up, we got Cuban Doll, Savage Life. So here's what I got to say about this, right? Here's what I got to say about this. I get confused with all the dolls.
Cash Doll,
Cuban Doll. I don't know. Okay, I get confused. But here's the thing. Cuban Doll, I think it had a couple good features. Like, the features weren't great. Some of the beats were really good. I'll admit that. But it's a waste of a beat, man. Look, Cuban Doll came, and she didn't do it, bro. She didn't do it. In fact, I'd say she failed. She's going to have to go to credit recovery for this album, man. I really wasn't feeling this one. And honestly, would I listen to it again? No. Do I think you should listen to it? No, probably not. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, man. It was boring. You know, there were a few good features. The beats were good. And, you know, she made a catchy hook here and there, but didn't do it. Did not do it for me. Cuban Doll, Savage Life. I give it a 3 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor. Fabolous. Summertime Shootout 3. The coldest summer ever. Alright, so look. Fabolous. I like him. I think he's a good rapper. In fact, I know he's a good rapper. So when I was coming into this, I was expecting beats. And I was expecting bars. And as Sway in the Morning says, you gotta have bars. And, you know, I found a bunch of love songs. I found a bunch of auto-tune. I found... It just wasn't doing it for me, man. Now, I will say, some of the album did. Some of the album he did deliver. But some of the album he absolutely did not deliver. You know, there were a few good features. You know, all that stuff. The production, specifically the editing, was on point. You know, it sounded good. It was a good sounding album. But I was half in love, half in hate. Therefore, Fabolous, Summertime Shootout 3, The Coldest Summer Ever, gets a 5 out of 10.
My niggas added to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Flipp Dinero, Love for the Guala. Look, man. Look. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It wasn't that good. I was going to give it a 3 out of 10. Okay? Mostly for that. What's that one song that was on there? The very popular one?
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. That one?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay, be that way. Look, you know, there was some good production. Features were okay. You know, that song, the Leave Me Alone song, was good. I was going to give it a 3 out of 10 and move on. But there was a Kodak feature. And y'all know how Wyatt Perp feel about Kodak. Y'all know how the purple people feel about Kodak. You know, free little Kodak. So I gave it a 4, man. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Because I love Kodak. And he had a couple Kodak mentions in there. So I respect that, baby. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind with it. Flipp Dinero, Love for the Guala. I give it a 4 out of 10.
My niggas added to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
The Game, Born to Rap. Okay, here's what y'all need to know about this. Production, ass. Sounds like an old, like, 90s rap album. It does not sound good, bro. The production's ass. Very bad. Most of the features, not very good at all. In fact, terrible. I think one of the main features on here is Anderson .Paak. Is that his name?
It's a Pac.
Anderson. Anyway, that was one of the main features on here, bro. Not good at all. But look, The Game, good rapper. This is the first real project I've heard from The Game. Me personally. And so he's a good rapper. He has those bars. The production was not there, but I will say, towards the end of the album, towards the second half, the shit was pretty fire. Okay, so the first half probably gets a 2 or 3, but the second half probably a 6 or 7. So therefore, I'm gonna give The Game, Born to Rap, a 5 out of 10.
My niggas added to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, here's one y'all probably missed right here. The Good Perry, See You There. I'm gonna drink. Okay. Here's one y'all probably missed right here, okay? The Good Perry. Oh, God. You might know him from Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty. He was Lil Yachty's producer. You might know him from that. He's probably produced a couple other songs. I don't think he's Lil Yachty's producer anymore. But he did like One Night. He did what's that other Lil Yachty song that was popular when he came out? Huh?
I Spy.
No, we didn't do I Spy. Well, I might have done I Spy. I don't know. Anyway, he was Lil Yachty's personal producer for a while. And now I guess he went on and made a rap album. Look, y'all know how I feel about the auto-tunes. I don't like the auto-tunes. Don't do it. Lil Durk, Future, that's the only one. Only one who can use the auto-tunes.
What about Young Dolph?
Can't use auto-tunes. So this is mostly auto-tunes. There was like one song I think where it was like, it kind of sounded like X. He was bringing a lot of energy. That was cool. I like that. Features were absolute garbage. Nothing good. No one you've ever heard of. It sounded like he was probably putting like his friends on who may be homeless. Just wasn't good, bro. Obviously production was good. Good Perry, since he's a producer. Bars were not there. Lyrics were not there. So I give See You There, The Good Perry, 3 out of 10.
My niggas added to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, coming up next, Gucci Mane, Woptober 2. Now I'm a little late, y'all know this. It's December. We're reviewing Woptober. He just dropped another little album, a little mixtape. Are we gonna get to it? Don't worry. Has YPerp ever let you down before? No, motherfucker. Okay? Here's what I have to say about Gucci Mane Woptober. I kinda liked it. Some of the production was fire. Don't touch that. Some of the mic stand? Ah, shit. I got mic stand on the brain. Some of the production was fire. Some of the production was not fire, you know. Some of the lyrics were fire. Some of the lyrics were not fire. Some of the features were good. Some of them were not good. Okay, so basically, you got a little half and half, right? You had some fire with NBA YoungBoy. Then you have some not so fire where it's just rapping by himself and it doesn't sound good.
What about the song with Megan Thee Stallion?
I'm null. I have no feelings towards that. So I don't have too much to say about Gucci Mane Woptober 2, man. It's a typical Gucci Mane project. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Next up, we got Iamsu, Boss Up 5. Now, if you're a little older, you know, if you maybe hit puberty, maybe if you've been around the block a little while, y'all know who Iamsu is. Rapper from the Bay Area. He's been around for a while. And he has this Boss Up series of mixtapes. And I've heard a couple of them before. I've never been that impressed. He always has one or two good songs off of them. But yo, so I was carpet cleaning. I was listening to this little Boss Up 5. And damn, dude, I was pretty impressed. The production was decent. It wasn't anything too crazy, but it was decent. And he was a very versatile artist. I think he does this thing where he like tries to like sing and stuff, and it's okay. It didn't even sound that bad. And I'm gonna actually go back. His production was decent now that I think about it, because he had some songs that didn't really sound like rap songs, but he was able to rap over them. And it sounded like he may have made some of these beats himself too. But he was very good. He was very versatile, and he did have bars. He did have some good lyrics. So I can't hate on it, man. I cannot hate on it. But you know, it wasn't perfect. It was really long, if I remember correctly. But you know, a good project all around, a solid project. So I give Iamsu Boss Up 5 a 7 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, we're not going to spend long on this one right here. Iggy Azalea, Wicked Lips. First of all, it's 4 tracks. Do you want to listen to it? No, probably not.
You know, her and Playboy Cardi broke up.
Her and Playboy Cardi broke up. I had to knock a point off of that one. Look, Iggy Azalea. We know she fell off. Everyone makes fun of her. She got a big butt. I like that. But look, this Wicked Lips shit, that ain't in, baby. It's only four tracks. Why even make something that's 4 tracks? Get out of here, please. So the best way to label this is like some sort of like feminist rap, where she's talking a lot of shit that makes no sense. Look, I'm not even against the feminists, the femininity. I'm not even against all that. But look, all this shit, at least make it sound good. It doesn't sound good. Iggy, do something. Do something better. She should have put her booty on the cover. Instead, it was her face. I'm not hating on her face. I just like her booty more. Iggy Azalea, Wicked Lips, 2 out of 10.
Niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right, we got an unpopular one in the motherfucking building, man. I'm gonna let BigMoney speak his piece, but let me tell you how I. Let me just drop this for you real quick. Jay Fizzle, young, dumb, and don't give a fuck. So here's what I think, right? Production was okay. Wasn't great. It was okay. Bars, decent. Not great. Actually, I'm going to say good. Good bars. All around, though, I'd call it pretty catchy. It's a pretty catchy album. It didn't have anything too impressive, but it was pretty catchy. Features were decent, obviously, with Key Glock and
and Young Dolph. I think it also had someone else on the Paper Route Empire. But the features were good. So, look, it didn't meet every expectation of mine, and that's just because this is his first project. And I have a feeling he will get better. I don't think he's broken out yet as a breakout artist, but I think he'll get better, and I think he'll keep doing good. Yeah, I thought it was pretty catchy. I thought the hooks were decent. But I give Jay Fizzle, Young, Dumb, and Don't Give a Fuck. I give it a 5 out of 10. Now, before we go on to the next one, Big Money wants to chime in. Go ahead, Big Money. Speak your piece. Get closer to the mic, baby girl. That's good.
Jay Fizzle, this has been the album of the year. I don't care what y'all say. For his first album ever, let's think about it. You can't name Drake's first album, trash. Kanye's first album, trash. He has Young Dolph and Key Glock, and he's carrying Paper Empire right now.
Okay. I should address some of those things. Drake's first album, no, I cannot name. I don't know. I don't really care either. Kanye's first album, College Dropout, that's a platinum selling record. You can definitely name it. It's considered one of the best albums of all time. And as far as them carrying Paper Route Empire, I don't know if I agree with that either. But look, I understand. I respect the opinion. We got Big Money in the building. So, it is what it is. I give it a 5 out of 10. Oh, shit. I'll edit that out. I'll edit that out. Big Money, what do you give it?
9 out of 10.
You heard it here first.
All he did was a few more tracks. On the 10 tracks, that wasn't enough. And
fair.
That album art, you got Donald Trump in the back with 2 prostitutes walking to the Trump Tower. God damn.
Okay, you heard it here first.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, here's another one for you. You probably missed this one. Jay Park, This Wasn't Supposed to Happen. Okay, if you don't know who Jay Park is, let me break it down for you. I watched his No Jumper interview, which is actually how I discovered this guy. So he's this Asian dude, I think he's Korean, and he was in a K-pop group, back in the day, I guess, like a few years back. He left the K-pop group, did his thing, blah, blah, blah. Now he's rapping. I think he signed to Rock Nation. So, with that being said, he has a few good lyrics in there. He has a few good bars. Now, this is Jay Park and Hit Boy. So the beats were decent. Not great. It was pretty short, so it wasn't that great, but the beats were pretty good. And listen, man, the sound was just kind of poppy. Obviously, given his background, you can't blame him for that. But it just wasn't my thing, man. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I do think Jay Park will come out with something decent, maybe one day. But for now, pass. I give Jay Park This Wasn't Supposed to Happen a 4 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, here's another one, Lil Peep. Everybody's Everything. Now, Lil Peep. Never listened to him before, ever. I know he's the guy that was small and he died and stuff. Yeah, that's all I know about him. But anyway, I listen to this. Here's the first thing. Whoever composed this, I guess it was his family or whatever. They did a good job because it was really good. It felt like a complete project. It was very, very long. I think it was almost, if it wasn't 20, it was damn near 20. It was probably 18 or something. But it was very, very long, which isn't that bad, but, it is what it is. The music, it was decent. I'm not saying the lyrics were that great, but I definitely think the kid was talented. He was a good singer. He was good at making hooks. I like that a lot of his subject matter wasn't exactly popular in mainstream rap.
I liked him admitting the use of multiple drugs, not just the cool ones. Not well. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter now, but not that I glorify all that. But anyway, I thought it was good. You know, I liked a lot of the features. I like Lil Tracy, and I love McConan. And you know, I thought it was an okay project. Here is my biggest complaint about the project. For some reason, this kid had a problem staying on beat. And y'all need to, when y'all edit these, or when y'all edit these songs, and when y'all go and put them on something, keep him on beat. Because it's obvious that he was probably high, or drunk, or something. Yo, just put him back on beat. Like, because it sounds good, but he's off beat. So, that's my biggest complaint. Another complaint is, you know, a lot of the stuff did sound the same sometimes. I think maybe the way he structured his albums was different than the person who structured this one. It was pretty obvious they were trying to get a big load of music out at one time. But a lot of the stuff sounded the same. I would have structured it differently. But overall, I couldn't hate. He was obviously pretty talented, and it was a pretty good project. So, Lil Peep, Everybody's Everything. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Okay, let me break this one down for you real quick. Oh. Alright, let me break this one down for you here. Pardison Fontaine. Underrated. Okay. So, I actually got turned on to Pardison Fontaine from The Brilliant Idiots. There was an episode where Charlamagne had him on. He was interviewing him, playing some of his music. And it was obvious that he was a pretty good rapper. So that's the reason I checked this out. And so going into it, I was expecting some good bars. I was expecting, you know, some decent lyrics. But every single song, all the bars were good. They were all hot. His metaphors are amazing. Some of the best I've heard all year. His lyrics were super duper good. His features were surprisingly good. Cardi B, not that I'm a Cardi B fan, but damn, that's a good catch. I think he ghost wrote for Offset. That's a good catch. I think there was someone else who was fairly popular. Great features, and best part is there weren't too many features because his music was good alone. Now, here's what I think. Okay, I have 2 complaints, and here they are. 1, my biggest complaint is the production. Okay, production was not there. It was just not there. I have a feeling he's making a lot of these beats himself, and that's fine. But look, you get a solid producer in there who understands what you're trying to bring, then you're going to have a platinum album. But not yet. Not yet. It's not there yet, so he needs better production. The second, which also is probably his fault. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sick. The second, editing. His voice was mainly just too loud for most of the production, which isn't that big of a deal, but that is what it was. It was pretty obvious that he was trying to make this album very lyric focused instead of production focused, which is fine. But you know, there's a reason they say a beat makes a hit. You know, so his energy though is insane. His lyrics are great. His bars are perfect. His delivery is perfect. I mean, everything is perfect except for those 2 things. So I think if he just gets a solid production team around him, he's going to be golden. But one of the best albums I've heard all year easily. Pardison Fontaine, underrated. I give it an 8 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
What do we got next? Rockie Fresh, Destination. Alright, here's what I think about this. Not too bad. I've heard Rockie Fresh before. If you haven't heard it, go listen to God Is Great by Rockie Fresh. Great song. One of my favorite songs. So Rockie Fresh was signed to MMG, Rick Ross. Label mates with Meek Mill and Wale. From what I understand, what he said on this album, I think he is off of MMG now. He does his own thing. That's fine. You know, there were a lot of good bars in here. The production was awesome. It was really, really good sounding music. It was a really, really good sounding album. But one thing I complained about is a lot of like slower type songs, which is fine, but you know, not my cup of tea. I like a lot like that heavy energy, that high energy, that fast pace, that sprint. Big Money's in here. He's doing that high energy with his hands. He's going crazy. So you know, it wasn't too bad though. One thing I have to applaud him on, and I gave him an extra point for this because he knew his place. He only spit bars. He didn't go for the crazy singles, he didn't go for the crazy singing parts. He let someone else do it for him, and I really respect that. This had a few good features on it, but you know, he didn't try to auto-tune himself and just go sing. He kept it in his pocket. He rapped. He did a couple hooks, and overall, great sounding project. So, Rockie Fresh, Destination, give it a 7 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Paul Wall and Statik Selektah, Give Thanks. Okay, so this was their Thanksgiving album, right? Oh, lordy. So this was their Thanksgiving album. I wasn't expecting too much here, really. I came in, just kind of wanted to get it over with. What I was really surprised with was like the excellent bars, though, by both of them, Paul Wall and Statik Selektah. But Statik Selektah's metaphors and his lyrics are some of the best I've ever heard. Really, really good. The production was decent. You know, it was really short. It's just a little Thanksgiving EP. It wasn't anything crazy. So, you know, I'm not rating this like I would an official project. But overall, it was decent. You know, it's worth a listen. I don't know if there's any replay value there. But, you know, overall, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. The features they had, you wouldn't know of any of them, but they were all pretty good rappers, pretty good talent. You know, I don't have too much to say about this one. It was decent. Paul Wall, Statik Selektah, Give Thanks. I give it a 6 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right. Coming in hot, Styles P, Presence. With this one, I was just expecting straight bars. You know, I was expecting some really hard rap, but it wasn't really that way. I think it was pretty short. You know, it wasn't anything crazy. So the features were really good. The production was decent. All the songs sounded pretty similar, but you know, from an old dude who was you know, rapping back in the day, you know, you can't expect that much. So Styles P, Presence, give it a 4 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right, one of the last 3 here. Now this one was interesting. Tech 9, EnterFear Level 1. So I've never heard a Tech 9 project, but you know, I know he's like respected in the rap community, blah blah blah. He's also disrespected in the rap community just kind of because he's gimmicky. I think he wore like face paint and stuff like back in the day, blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't really know of him that well. But what I do know is I listened to this album, and it wasn't that long or anything. I think it was pretty short. I think it was just like a little EP or mixtape. But every song was decent though. It was pretty good. His bars are really good. What I love, and something that's missing, I think, is the storytelling. Tech 9's storytelling was great. His lyrics were pretty great. You know, his content, it's so-so. It wasn't anything too intricate. He didn't have a lot of metaphors or anything, but his storytelling, like I said, was good. Production wasn't that great. It was okay. Features, not that good. But like I said with the Rockie Fresh album, he didn't try to, you know, go off and sing. He just stayed in his lane and rapped. He brought some good energy. You can tell he's a vet. He's been doing this for a while. And I'm excited to hear the next installment of this one. So, Tech 9, EnterFear, Level 1. I give it a 6 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right. Tinashe, songs for you. 3 out of 10. Tinashe, baby girl, come on now. What are you doing? Look, I came in to hear this album, and I did not like it. I did not like it that much at all. Just a lot of singing, a lot of pop, a lot of like kind of girly R&B. Not a whole lot of depth, a lot of love songs, a lot of sex songs, and that's fine sometimes. But look, man, it's just not my cup of tea, okay? Maybe some people like it. But look, here's what I do have to say. Tinashe, you're a beautiful woman, okay? And if you ever need anything, Young White Perp's here to help. So, give me a call, DM my Instagram. I'm a VSCO boy, so follow me on there, message me, do whatever you have to do to get in contact, girl. But like, really, I just gave you these points because you're hot. Yeah, so like, hit me up, Tinashe, if you're listening to this. I'm gonna tag you on my Instagram. Okay, Tinashe, songs for you. I give it a 3 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
Last, but most certainly not least, BSlime, Baby Goat. So here's what we got, right? We got YNW Melly's younger brother, YNW BSlime. Is this my music? No. Is this something I can relate to? No. This is obviously a prepubescent boy. I would compare him to like a Black hood Justin Bieber, like when he first came out, like baby era Justin Bieber. For some reason, I feel like he didn't write a lot of these songs. It sounds like Melly probably wrote a lot of these songs. But with that being said, not bad. Not bad at all. Here's what I respect. Coming out here like a young black brother. He's black as night and staying in his lane. He's just making these songs for these kids. He's not trying to do anything special. He's not trying to ruffle any feathers. He's just doing what he does. So I have to respect that. I got to respect the grind. Do I have to like it? Not necessarily. The beats were decent. Features, I think he only had YNW Melly on there, so obviously decent. It was okay. But, like I said, I respect the hustle. I respect, spitting little boy bars if you're a little boy. Yeah, it is what it is. YNW BSlime, Baby Goat. I give it a 4 out of 10.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.
All right. What do you say? Wrap this up? Well, thank y'all for listening, man. This has been episode 9, Cleanup Podcast. If you're still listening, man, listen, you gotta go to the Instagram. Go follow Wyatt.perp on Instagram and Wyatt Perp. No dots, no spaces, no underscores. Just Wyatt Perp on Visco. Also subscribe to the YouTube. That's in the bio of my Instagram. Or if you search Wyatt Perp on YouTube, should be the first channel up. Man, the content's going to be coming in 2020, so you better be ready. It's Christmas Eve right now. Man, we going crazy with it right now. Got BigMoney in the studio. Got SloJo guest starring, man. Things is going up for show. So, yeah. Anything else?
That's
it. All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You heard it here first. You know who it is. It's Young White Perp. The Pod God. Mr. Steal Your Beat. The GOAT. Whatever you want to call me, that's what I is. Alright. Thanks for listening. Peace.
My niggas headed to Attica, either trafficking or destined to be a janitor.